Hey everyone, it's Mr. Wobble94. I hope you're doing well today. I have a review here for Die Dark Volume 6 from Q Hayashida. Look at this cover, man. The black, the red, the orange title card, all of that stuff. Dude, look at this. Look at poor Ivaki in here. This is such a great cover, dude. I just love it. This, I'm going to tell you, I've loved, and I've reviewed very highly and rated very highly every Die Dark volume up to this point. There is not a new one until August of this year, 2024, and I am already dying because it's not even May yet. I have a couple of days till May, and I have like 3 months until the new volume comes out. This may very well be the best volume that's come out of the entire series. I loved Volume 1. It might have been my favorite the whole time through these. They've progressively gotten better, and even though they've mainly meandered from book to book for story to story, we've kind of gotten into a plot back in the previous book, like I reviewed in just in the last video, for Volume 5. Volume 6 carries that onward, and it is so satisfying and so shocking, the stuff that you find out in this book about so many things. I don't even know where to start at, dude. Of course, this is a spoiler-free review in case you happen to not know. Basically, in this book, Zaha, Sanko, the four little shits, are intruding into and breaking into the Lighthead Order. After Magma Raiden has been resurrected and whatever, they may have a new photonuclear man as well that ties back to Zaha Sanko's past. I loved those revelations. Things that we were finding out in Volume 5 were already great, but Volume 6, Q Hayashida, just knocked it out of the park in every way possible, from the character work to what happens in here. Some of the stuff that you can't help but wonder about characters like Shimada Death, or Shimida Death? Whatever, I can't get the name right. I'm sorry, I'm fucking sorry. I can't get the name right because I'm so engaged in the action and the storytelling and the world. The stuff that happens to Zaha in this book are so unfair and so hurtful and upsetting. I don't even know what to tell you. By the end of this book, I was so stressed about what's going to happen by the time Volume 7 comes around. It's already in Japan, I'm sure. But I am so stressed about what's going to happen, I cannot tell you. I just finished this book probably 20-30 minutes ago, and I tried to go to sleep. Couldn't sleep. It's about 4:30 in the morning right now. Could not sleep because of indigestion, number one, because I'm getting old. But number two, because of this book and how it ended and how desperate it makes me feel about everything going on here to poor Zaha. Zaha Sanko gets treated like a rag doll from a GTA 4 build in this book. And it's horribly sad, and I love it. The book is extremely gory. Probably one of the bloodier books in the franchise with a collection of chapters here. And once again, it's about, 210 pages, something like that. Flies by very quickly with a bonus story at the end like usual. That one was kind of weak compared to the previous bonus stories, but it doesn't matter, it was still good. The rest of the book here, though, about the invasion of breaking into the actual Lighthead Order, the confrontation between our main character, building up to a confrontation with Big Sparkles that we haven't really gotten to see, but also with, like, the Lighthead Order in general, their pointy heads and all of that, trying to collect their skulls and bones and stuff for Zaha to make some money. The stress of the situation and how bad things get in Chapter 2 of this book. Well, I guess not Chapter 2, but what would the chapter be called? Let's see. Let me try to get to that page. It says, Bone 32, Prism of Hell, was really the one that had me the most stressed out in this book because of the stuff that would happen to poor Zaha. This was magnificent. If you love this series and you have not gotten to this volume yet, like I said, I'm avoiding all spoilers completely. But this was one of the most shocking to read books that I've read in the series, one of the most shocking comic, graphic novels, manga collections, whatever you want to call this type of book. This was one of the most shocking books I've read this year. Die Dark Volume 6 is the probably best book of the whole series so far. I loved it. I loved everything about it. It was worrisome. It was stressful. I loved the blood and the gore and all of the fighting and action that happens in here. It made me kind of recontextualize sometimes how I see some of the characters in here, like Shimida Death. I really loved this. And Zaha, the more that we find out about his past and kind of getting some resolve about his graduation day from the old academy he went to, that kind of stuff that happens in this book in the flashback scenes, really resolve into a situation we really understand more about him and about his past, like his bullies at school and stuff. All of that was so engaging, dude. I sat down tonight and burned through like the other half of this book, and I've been so busy the last couple of weeks that I finally just tried to get volume 5 and 6 read as fast as I could because they're, you know, borrows from the library. Now I have a late fee. Hopefully it's not much, but I gotta return these, and I wanted to get them over this weekend so I could read some of the new books I picked up, and some of the stuff I've already started. I have a whole stack of books at the end of this desk that I have not worked my way through because I'm not in a novel mood right now. But Die Dark Volume 6, everything I could possibly say about it would just be a repeat. Everything from the writing to the world building, the art done by Q Hayashida herself is just magnificent. I'm going to try to find you some examples of the art, I guess. Here's a good one. Let's go with that one. Not a big spoiler or anything, but yeah, dude, the art style, always great with these books. Absolutely love them. Q Hayashida. There's no way Doro Hidoro is as good as this. I've heard it is. I've heard it's better, but I doubt it. There's just no way. There's no fucking way that I will ever feel that way. I just don't believe it. I'll try it out, obviously, but I don't believe it'll happen. This is so magnificent, dude, from the horror, sci-fi, fantasy perspective. If you love that kind of thing and you like this kind of grim universe that these books take place in, this series takes place in, this is for you. You will love this. One of the abilities that happens with Zaha in this book was so awesome, so badass, that I would almost like to get a poster of it to hang up in this room. Probably never going to be able to, but I would love to. If they would get this more popular in the US, especially amongst the anime manga people, the big fans, like the big channels and stuff, if they could make that really popular and get me a poster of the particular thing that if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about, from this book, I would love to have a poster of it and put it on my wall. Shamelessly, frankly. So anyway, Die Dark Volume 6, magnificent read. If I had to rate it on a 5-star basis, I think you already know from this rave review what I'm going to give it. 5 out of 5 stars, dude. This whole series is the only series I've ever read so far that I have given every single book a 5 out of 5 stars. I love it. I recommend it more than almost any series I've read ever. It's amazing. It's one of those series like Goosebumps that's just timeless to me. Man, I'm getting dry. Whew. I almost had to sneeze, too. Anyway, have you read Die Dark as a series? Have you read Volume 6? What do you think about it? What are your, I guess as an American audience, who are kind of far behind on what's going to happen with this series, I guess, what do you predict will happen with Zaha and everybody else? I'd love to hear everything you have to say about it down below, because I have so many theories, and again, worries, until Volume 7 comes out in August that I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. And now I'm choking because of it. Hold on. Ugh. Man, oh man. I am so sorry about that. I'm going to end the review, though, so I can breathe for a little bit. Anyway, Die Dark Volume 6. Check out this amazing series. If you've been following these reviews and have not read these books yet, you owe it to yourself, too. But especially if you haven't read this one. Dude, read all of them in order, obviously. But when you get to this one, please put down below what your thoughts are. Put them on the comment sections of all the videos to let me know what you think about these books, because I love them. I think it is one of the best ongoing series ever that I've ever read in comics. I just adore it. I think it is magnificent. And aside from Dragon Ball Super, it's my favorite current ongoing series. It is just so kick-ass in every possible way. And I know these feel like shill reviews. They have to, because every single review has been rated so highly for these books on my channel, and they just seem like there's no complaints at all. You're right. And especially with this book, because it actually gets so much into the plot that Volume 5 actually set up for a real situation that we're stuck in, not just some meandering shopping story like Volume 2, despite it being so entertaining back then. This was, man oh man, so special. Such a special volume. Check it out if you haven't read it before. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Die Dark so far here in the US audience, the UK audience, the English-speaking audience. I'd love to hear everything you all have to say and theorize down in the comment section down below. And whenever Volume 7 comes out, expect a review from yours truly, God willing, if I'm alive, because I want to obsess over this series. It's one of the best ever. I plan on buying, or at least acquiring, every single volume over time, because I adore it. It's amazing. Definitely a huge recommendation, especially this particular book, 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.